welcome to this edition of Irish Basketball Monthly. Coming up on the show, we met the Irish SuperLeague Select team before their game against the best of the British Basketball League. We've also highlights of that game. There's action from the Super League National Cup finals, with the Neptune taking on UL Eagles and UL Huskies up against Team Montenotte Hotel Cork. We'll also feature some cracking games from the Schools Cup finals and your chance to win a supply of basketballs for your club courtesy of Moulton Sports. But first, we're here in the Grove Island Leisure Centre in Limerick to catch up with the Irish Super League Select a week ahead of their clash with the best from British basketball in Birmingham. So Mark, tell us a bit about how this game came about.
Well, I think it was a joint venture between, you know, the Basketball Ireland Association and the BBL, British Basketball League Association. They got their heads together and thought it'd be a good idea to have this, you know, select all-star game, you know, between the two leagues. It'll raise the profile definitely of the Irish Super League abroad. You know, the BBL would be classed probably as a higher level league than our own. So it's going to be great exposure, you know, for the Irish League and the Irish players.
You know, this squad was picked a few weeks back. You know, guys who've, you know, the initial tries were very good. It was competitive. You know, there was 20 odd people there. You know, the team was picked, and we've had, you know, maybe 3 sessions for it, and you know, the lads have we've enjoyed it. You know, the coaching has been good. You know, there's a good standard of players here. You know, there's a nice team, and so far so good, and you know, hopefully we can do ourselves and the Irish team proud.
It's all the best players from the league, and it's the best player off each team you play week in, week out, and it's there's no weak links, or there's really strong teams. It's kind of cool because, as I said, you're playing against these players every week, but everyone likes each other and everyone plays hard, and I think we see that when you're on the court, especially with a new group of guys. Everyone is going 100%, and it's really good to see.
It's definitely a positive that this is happening, and hopefully down the line, you know, there'll be other challenges like this for, you know, future players for years to come to play against other international setups or, you know, tournaments, and hopefully just keep that Irish team alive, because as a young fella, you know, it was always there for years that a guy would like to play with an Irish team, and it went missing for years, but hopefully this could be the start of it being reignited and the Super League and the Irish team coming back on board.
Hopefully this all-star game will lead to more all-star games against the BBL, but also I'm hoping it'll kick off the revival of the Irish national men's team. You know, we know the team hasn't been there for the last maybe 3 years, so this is the first representative team, you know, in that time.
It's a new challenge. You know, we have the cup in the league, and we had the Ambassadors Cup before the season, but this is something different, and wearing an Irish jersey is bigger than wearing a club jersey, I think.
I think we'll do well. We're as a coaching staff, we're delighted with the quality of squad that we've put together, and we've got, you know, most of the top players in the league, so we're delighted with that. When it comes down to, you know, all-star teams or select teams, it's, you know, it's not like a club team, so I think hopefully we're going to gel better on the day. They might have maybe taller and slightly more athletic athletes, but I'm just hoping we'll come together as a team better on the day.
So with confidence high in the Irish camp, let's see how they got on. Will Downing is your commentator.
Mike Williams then from the free throw line. The BBL England Select have just about kept the Irish Super League selection at bay so far. 2 attempts, both missed. Darren Towns claiming the rebound. Ireland trying to get themselves right back up with Mindaugas Tomaskis from Dublin Inter, who are really going up the rankings marvellously. Largely a Lithuanian-based squad they have. England trying to respond through Kai Williams of Worcester Wolves, but again, no good. Ireland with a chance of getting the advantage here. Towns set up brilliantly by Shane Conlon, and it is in there. And Ireland lead by 1 in the second quarter for the first time tonight. Towns picked up the foul, the 2 points, this the one to follow. And he's got that too. And Ireland lead by 2. Well, very good score. Ireland have managed to up the stats impressively. as this second quarter has worn on. But for England, this is David Watts of the Manchester Giants. Support from Adrian Sturza alongside the efforts from Mike Williams earlier, both missed from the free throw line. And this is David Watts. Good rebounding by Darren Towns, saw the opportunity coming. The man from Neptune, Shane Colin of UCC Demons, who were upended by Neptune a couple of days ago in the Cup semi-final. Back for Niall O'Reilly of Demons, and this is Keith Anderson of DCU Saints. Ireland's lead is now 4. Colin, decent ball, Niall O'Reilly, back for Colin again. Ireland putting the pressure on England quite strongly, maintaining a 2-point advantage as we head towards half-time, and there's only a few seconds left. Only 15 seconds remaining before half-time. Devon Bailey, opportunity with the final play of this first half. Bailey of Manchester Giants taking it slow. All the way out to the baseline, Kai Williams from the corner! Wonderful score to end the first half, and England lead by 1, 47-46. How do Ireland fight back from this in what has been, so far at the National Indoor Arena in Birmingham, an excellent third quarter for England? Kai Williams trying to make it better, and he has! It's a 10-point game, England lead. Another marvellous three-point play by Kai Williams, who's on the way to an impressive tally. But right now, it's Teo Ogadembe who may be heading for a 30-point game. The attempt by Towns is missed. Good rebounding, but a quick turnover. Regained by Mike McGinn of Neptune. Keith Anderson. Support for Darren Towns. Attempt for 3 from the corner. That's in, and it might be a turning point.
Here comes Ireland again.
Mike McGinn. Deliberately slow tempo, but now a chance to try and push things up. Robert Taylor towards Darren Towns. Taylor remains in support. They're a good combination for Ireland tonight, and plays it back in towards Towns, who misses. Rob Lynch has the chance, and from the free throw line, Towns with a chance for 2, but has missed the first. England without their players from Leicester Riders and Newcastle Eagles, because they play in the BBL Cup final later. And they met in the Championship playoff final last year, and they were the top 2 in the league last season also. Far and away the 2 best clubs in the BBL right now. Mainly a selection from the likes of Worcester Wolves, Manchester Giants, London Lions and Sheffield Sharks in this England Select side tonight. Mike Williams. Support for Jordan Spencer here. Spencer thought about the 3. England's lead of 6 could be helped on considerably here. Chance of a turnaround. Taylor dived in and was denied by Mike Williams. And Ireland will get this ball. And a chance to nibble into the 6-point lead. So another turnover. England have, throughout this game, have largely maintained a lead of one kind or another. Ireland did well to get back in front towards the end of the second quarter, though that magnificent 3-point shot had England in front at half-time. Mike McGinn receiving from his Neptune colleague Darren Towns. Jer Noonan, and Towns is in there. 1-point game late in this fourth quarter. England trying to snatch it, 2:40 to go. This is Teo Ogadembe of the London Lions. His club colleague Orland Jackman wants it too, but he's in the paint, he'll go all the way, and it's a very good score by Ogadembe. And England lead by 3, 2.5 to go. Mike McGinn taking it on, Jason Killeen inside the paint looking for it. His club colleague Rob Taylor bringing it on. Robert Taylor missed it. Killeen. Now it's Towns with a chance. And Towns has missed it. But still Ireland have the chance to score. Towns again on the rebound. How many more do they need? Just the one more from Killeen, who touches it in. So from the line, Darren Towns. That effort by Killeen didn't count. The whistle had already gone, and the first miss by Towns. Heading towards a 16-point game at the moment. Good scoring from Tomauskas as well, the Lithuanian, and Jason Killeen. Towns' second effort is good, and that was important. And it's a 2-point game with England leading with 2 minutes remaining on BBL Cup final night, and a decent crowd in the house in the NIA in Birmingham.
inbound.
Back in by Kai Williams of Worcester Wolves. Lots of support on this side from David Watts, who had the attempt for 3 and missed it. Batted back and somehow kept in by Devon Bailey, who had to stretch. Otherwise Ireland would have it from the sideline and in the England half. Another chance at 3 for Kai Williams and another miss as England are trying to bury Ireland here, but still haven't been able to kill them off properly. 1:30 to go. This is Kai Williams of Worcester Wolves. Now David Watts amassed it. Giants tight angle strike again from the corner, and again that is a third 3-point attempt which has gone astray. This is Tomaskis. Nicely done. The Lithuanian, and Lithuania know their basketball so well. He's tied it up at 80 points each. In for Mike Tuck of Sheffield Sharks, and it's another try. Surely it hasn't gone in. Jason Killeen gets the rebound. 60 seconds to go. Ireland still with a strong chance of winning this. Keith Anderson of DCU Saints. This is Robert Taylor of the Eagles of Limerick. Short for Tomasauskas. Inside the paint. Killeen goes through it, and it's in, and Ireland lead in the final minute. And Jason Killeen scores. This is Kai Williams. 45 seconds to go. Robert Taylor trying to get the turnover, but in an Irish team containing some of the great Irish Super League names from the United States, from Lithuania. It's an Irishman who's got Ireland in front. That will be a green ball. Foul on Menargas Tomasauskas, and from the free throw line he's missed the first.
Still a 2-point game.
The big chair on an away day for Ireland. Tomasauskas again. Got it. Silenced everyone. It is a 3-point lead for Ireland with 17 seconds to go. Back in by Kai Williams. This is Ogienbe, who's missed it. And if Ireland get this round, they can run the clock down, but it's still a red ball. And a 3-point shot successful would tie it up and send us into overtime. This is Devon Bailey of the Munster Giants. 5 seconds to go. Bailey goes for the 3 and he's missed it. Rebound time. It's an Irish ball. And it'll be sent back in by Tomasauskas with less than a second to go. And if they can run down the clock, Ireland have beaten England. The Super League Select come out on top by 3 points. Fantastic performance. Great result in Birmingham. Ireland 83, England 80.
Coming up on Irish Basketball Monthly, highlights from the Super League National Cup finals and your chance to win a supply of basketballs for your club, courtesy of Moulton Sports.
Want to join in the fun and play basketball? There are currently 1,700 schools with 26,000 students and 229 clubs with 15,000 players taking part. So make sure to find your local school or club on the Basketball Ireland Club Finder.
Welcome back. National Cup Finals Day is a huge event in the Irish basketball calendar. With preparations well underway at the National Arena, we met with Bernard O'Byrne, Secretary General of Basketball Ireland, to hear how an event like this comes together.
Well, happily it has been hectic because there's been a huge demand for tickets. Everybody seems to want to come to see these two great matches, hopefully, and it's our marquee night, so it has been very hectic indeed.
Why do you think there's been so much interest?
Well, I think number one, from last year's finals, and it was such a great event and we actually had to lock the doors to keep people out. I think people were waiting for the final, and then the actual matchups that have come about in the two finals, I think the prospect is for two great games.
The hype has been building all week. What's the atmosphere been like around for you though?
Well, it has been unusual, I suppose. We put up the sold out signs on Tuesday, on Facebook, and within 15 minutes the phones just went crazy because people just couldn't believe that the old story of turn up on the night and buy the ticket wasn't going to happen this year. So the vast majority of basketball fans are going to be sitting at home looking at this or finding some way to look at it. So I hope Setanta get a huge spike in subscriptions tonight. I'm looking forward to getting into my car at 11:45 tonight after a long week, but hoping that people will have been saying to me that they've had a great night, and I hope this sets a new bar, if you like, for our cup finals going forward over the next few years.
So with everything in place, let's get on to the action. First up, it's the meeting of reigning champions UL Huskies and Team Montanati Hotel Cork. In commentary for us was Breda Dick and Will Downing.
Gráinne Dwyer take it all the way up. Gráinne Dwyer, 6 points so far in this final, and it stays that way. Little supporting tap in the back from Tomica Bacic. Time for composure now. Gráinne Dwyer, second time a charm, and for the very first time tonight, Glanmire lead by 13 points to 12, but for how long? Rachel Clancy switched inside with Catherine Fahey. This is Rachel van der Waal inside towards Michelle Fahey, and Michelle Fahey in to score, and they lead again. Aiming for glory in the cup yet again, which is what Michelle Fahey achieved so often, not just in the blue of Limerick but also with Glanmire. She scored there. She's now up to 6 points, and it's 28-26, and the Huskies lead again. Super ebb and flow in this Women's Cup final for 2013. In towards the paint again. Good reach by Marie Breen to claim. She maybe had a little bit of daylight. It's out again towards Nando O'Regan, and it wouldn't go home, and they ran the shot clock down. This is Rachel van der Waal back on court and back scoring.
Okay, there's full court pressure by UL. Glanmire are breaking it easy enough. So
well, they went for the three-point shot. Oh, Marie Dwyer! How about that? 3 points right on half-time. It's in the grasp of Anya McKenna. McKenna's short for Niamh Dwyer. Dwyer has the try, off the rim, no joy. Rebound came to Michelle Fahey, rebounding very well tonight. Van der Waal bringing it on. Van der Waal into the paint. Here we go. In by Aoife McDermott. She's scored 6 points now tonight, and it's 39 points to 33. And this is happening very, very quickly indeed. Back for Niamh Dwyer. Dwyer having a look around inside for Marie Breen. And again a turnover. Look at that, easy as you like. Michelle Fahey back to Van der Waal, and in by Van der Waal.
Glanmire stepping up the defence here, really putting UL under pressure.
Rachel Clancy with most rebounds for the Huskies so far with 6. Marie Breen for Glanmire with 7. Gráinne Dwyer with 6. She's having a tremendous game. Well, she could be on the way to a double-double. Having a great time. Van der Waal again. Anya McKenna had significant support from Gráinne Dwyer. Not once but twice. She's still there. Played inside towards Marie Breen. A couple of field goals tonight. Another level to the tally. 3-point game. And she's knocked her own colleague over. Bacic in the process, but she scored. 7 points for Marie Breen. 55 plays 52. It's ending out across that. Van der Waal has scored an absolute stunker.
There was 12 points between these teams last year, and it looks like it's going to be the same again tonight.
Here goes Niamh Dwyer.
No, it's not.
Right at the end, she scores to make it a 10-point game, but that is very much done because the Huskies have retained their title. They are cup winners for a 5th time, and the 2012 double winners retain the cup again. Cool and calm, the Huskies take the cup again.
James, did you expect that result?
Well, we knew it was going to be a very tough game. We always had confidence that we could pull it out in the end, but Glanmire are a good team and they have a lot of great players, so they weren't going to throw in the towel very easy.
It's an impossible game to pick a winner, I think, out of all the years. The past past years gone by, I think it's probably the closest game. Makes it good for TV. We had to definitely bring our A game today because we obviously lost to Glanmire before Christmas, but I'm hoping it was a good game to watch.
With the women's final decided, let's see how the men got on. UL Eagles were looking to retain the trophy, but in front of them was a Neptune team desperate to finish their 21-year drought. Commentaries from Adrian Fulton with Will Downing.
And here's Matt Hall with his first touch in this final for UL Eagles. Had a magnificent final last year, 9 points against UCC Demons in the 7-point victory. Is the attempt that comes in, but missed by Stephen King. He's had 2 tries, no joy from either yet. Jaron Noonan bring it all the way in. Here's the attempt for long range, and it's in for 3. Great score, Gary Walsh. Rob Lynch snatched away. Noonan coming forward, doesn't need any help. They lead by a dozen. Here's Matt Hall for the Eagles. Support on this near side, but he went for the 3 himself. Good call, Matt Hall.
Yeah, Matt's excellent 3-point shooter. You really have to get up with him. That wasn't good play by Darren Towns. Neptune need to take some time out of the ball. They got to get a good offense.
Advice being given to Mick McGinn by Mark Scannell, ready to come back on shortly for Neptune. Eagles continuing to press, 4:30 left. That's just about, was that outside?
Yeah,
it's a great shot from Campbell all the same.
Potential 4-point play here from Neil Campbell.
So Neil Campbell got the 3-point shot, fouled. This the attempt to make it a 4-point play, and he has done it, and there's 1 between them.
First half, I suppose.
Taylor in for Colleen. Taylor again. Quiet game by his standards. 7 points so far. Here goes McGinn, who's having anything but a quiet game. In for Noonan! Nah! And he scored. Game is absolutely whizzed by. In by Gary Walsh. Here's Noonan. Finds Towns again. Back for Noonan. Chance for 3. Goes for it. Bounced away. Rebound. That's going in. McGinn!
Are you kidding me?
What a game! What a game!
McGinn!
There's still hope for Eagles, but is it beginning to flitter away?
Oh, still plenty of time, but 47 points for these guys. It's just not up to the usual offensive standard. Nobody's really got going consistently.
Here's the chance for 3. Campbell gets it. Now does the fight back start here?
Neptune staying within 32 zone. It stood them well.
Taylor back up for Kinnaman. Taylor had a look. 4 left on the shot clock. They need to go for it. Does Hall realise it's inside? They got to go for it now. Yeah. I think he released it in time. I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah,
Rob Lynch, and he's been given it.
They got to believe that they can close the game out, and they got to keep going, keep looking to score.
Here goes Scott Kinnaman. Need to score. Chance for 3 from Campbell.
Yeah. Quick 3.
Single figures. 9-point game.
Yeah, quick 3. You need to get something going here. Trying to bring Towns out to the perimeter, get Colleen away from the basket.
Noonan for Walsh. McGinn, what a night he's had. Towns doing his best to stay on the court with his 4 fouls. Doing his best to win it for Neptune.
That's what you want your American to do.
Picked up again here by McGinn, who's had a storming encounter. Here's Jaron Noonan. So many men have stepped up their performances on the biggest stage of the year. Here's Towns, full house. He'll get it home eventually, and Neptune will surely get home eventually too. We're into the final 10 seconds. Neptune have done this gloriously. It's been a long time. Oh, it's in there. What a way to finish, and forget it. Everybody's on the court now. 3 points look to be from Dylan Lenihan. I don't think anybody cares who scored it. It's been a long time since anyone has said this. Neptune have won the cup.
It's been a long time since we got into the cup final. To come out here and win it, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to support us today. You see them all day today. Everybody was behind us. The whole team came together, and I'm just absolutely over the moon. I swear, I'm so happy. I really am so happy.
Really, Neptune, outplayed us, out-hustled us, and hats off to them. They were really up for it, and we just never got quite up to our heights.
it just means everything, you know. They're a fantastic bunch of players. They put their hearts and souls into it, and I'm thrilled for them. They really, really deserve it. The club deserves it. Thanks be to God, the famine is over.
Still to come on Irish Basketball Monthly, we take in some action from the Schools Cup finals and your chance to win a supply of basketballs for your club, courtesy of Moulton Sports. January is always an exciting month for Irish basketball, especially with the culmination of the schools finals. On the morning of the Under-19 All-Ireland B final, we're in Palmerstown, East Olda, Palmerstown, to see how the last-minute preparations are going.
It is an important match, and there's no point me standing here in front of you and telling you it's not an important match. It's an All-Ireland Cup final. You're an experienced team. You've played in finals in the national arena. You've won finals in the national arena. We have to play to our strengths today. We're not changing our game because it's a final and suddenly going to play some completely different game, changing all our tactics. We've got this far because we're a very good defensive team. Finals are different to any other game that you play. It doesn't matter if I stand here for the next hour and tell you not to be nervous. There's no point. You're going to be nervous. So what we're going to do in this game is the first quarter of the game. In order to get to the stage where you're confident to play basketball, I simply want the ball moved, okay? I want you to get used to playing in the arena. I want you to get used to the atmosphere. And then in the second, third and fourth quarters, then we're going to start playing the basketball that's going to win us the cup final.
Very good final so far. Palmerstown of Tullamore in the red. At the moment, bettering Palmerstown only by a couple of points. Palmerstown in the yellow. The attempt by Mark Dubroff didn't go in, but the follow-up did from Kieran Maloney on the rebound. Very good score. And what's been a decent high-tempo game so far goes through the Palmerstown captain, Lorcan Glennon. Nice bit of support just inside from Robert Whelan, but still taken along by Cyril Kwan, who has the three-point try. Rebounds away, and it's gathered by Declan Byrne. And here comes the charge again from Palmerstown in Tullamore. It's James Lawler, 8-4. Lawler adds on two more, and they hit double figures. Taken up by Corey Afolahan, and it's Cyril Kwan, Cosmopolitan Palmerstown side. This is Nedi Anyale, tried to make his way into the paint, almost a turnover, but recovered well, didn't get the shot away. Rebound, put home though by Lorcan Glennon, and the captain does the job very well indeed. And it fell to Robert Whelan, and Whelan is the scorer, and Palmerstown hold a 1-point advantage. Glorious cross-court pass for John Kavanagh. Just couldn't capitalise and put it home. Taken away by Cyril Kwan again, who's having a sterling game. 1-point game at the moment with Tullamore marginally in front. Just couldn't keep the ball in play that time, Kwan. James Lawler, here's the big turnover. On the charge now, and Yale, it's in. And it's a 1-point lead for Palmerstown. And he got the 2 points, drew the foul. It's a 3-point play, and Palmerstown lead by 2. Short for Inyale and David Choyinka, and it's a decent try. It will rebound back. Palmerstown opening up a strong 10-point lead in this third quarter. In support, Lorcan Glennon, the captain, but it's gone in instead, and it's a super score put in by Niado. Kasper Skura on the near side for Tullamore. Jack Dunn, and beautiful play, the setup by Skura, but it wasn't put home. There's the turnover taken away by Lorcan Glennon. Is that going home? Oh, you bet it is. 2-point lead for Palmerstown right to the death. Taken on by Jack Dunn, playing it short. One more basket would tie it up and maybe send us to overtime, unless they go for the three-pointer through the hands of Skura again. gathered by Kieran Maloney. Oh, there's the turnover. This will finish it. It's Kwon. It's there. It's a 4-point lead for Palmerstown. Cyril Kwon, the scorer. Close Cullum trying to fight back right at the death. 5 seconds to go. They'll try a 3-point shot and they've missed it. And time's running out on Colosh Cullum now. 1.7 seconds to go. And from the free throw line, the first attempt has been missed by Nyando. One of these goes in. It would set the seal on it. Rebounds away. Gathered long by Declan Byrne. It's a shot for nothing. Palmerstown have won it. They've beaten Colosh Cullum Tullamore by 4 points. A great basketball academy comes out on top again.
But I'm happy for the guys. 4 years of hard work. Some of these guys now have 3 All-Ireland, 4 All-Ireland medals. So fair play to them. And as I said in the team talk, experience counts. They've been in this position before, and that's what actually got them over the line today.
It's wonderful, you know. I got the MVP of our school, and then we worked very hard as a team, and then we accomplished this.
The Under-16C Girls' Cup final would prove quite the battle throughout between Closter Oriole of Monaghan in the navy and Pobbleskull Inverskena of Kenmare and Kerry in the white. Inverskena would lead for most of the final, starting well by rattling up the first 3 scores of the game, and layups by Clodagh Quinlan and Roisin Lahan would give them an early 12-4 lead. The Monaghan outfit recovered, going in front late in the second quarter, 16-14 at half-time. A lot more free-flowing play in the third quarter would see the Kenmare girls lead by 5 thanks to some good scores by Laura Hallisey, but efforts from the free throw line would continue to give Closter Oriole hope, making it a 1-point game, 21-20, and that would become 25-all with just 5 minutes to go. Inverskena settled into a 3-point lead thanks to Chloe Hawker, and despite some late Closter Oriole attacking, they couldn't finish, but Hallisey could for Inverskena, notching up the final and deciding 2 points of the final. Eleni Vryn scored 10 points, Amy Hamill 8, and despite Roisin Lahan's 11 points, no joy for the Monaghan school. Full-time score was Pobbleskull Inverskena 32, Closter Oriole Monaghan 27.
I'm delighted for the girls. They worked so hard. We came in over Christmas, we trained, we came in every weekend, we trained. I'm just so happy for them.
What do you think was the difference between you and the opposition today?
I think we just wanted it that bit more. We've experienced failure last year. We were here at under-19 level and we were beaten by 31 points. And most of the girls were here and they saw the hurt the girls were feeling, and they didn't want to experience that this year. So that's what I think motivated them to be successful today.
And what did you learn from last year?
I think the whole occasion got to us. It was my first time coaching a team in Tala, and I think as well as me and the players, we froze. This year we were a lot more prepared, and I think that's what it was at the end of the day, just preparation. Yeah.
Were you worried at any stage during the game?
I was worried from beginning to end, to be honest with you. They're a very good side. And the funny thing is, we are meeting them now in the All-Ireland League semi-final as well, so it's going to be another cracker, another showdown.
To the Under-16 B Boys final, and Pobbleskull Inverskena in this one too, in the white against Knockgranad of Longford in the sky blue. Never more than 3 points between the sides in the first half. Sean O'Shea opened the scoring for the Kenmare school with a tremendous 3-pointer, followed shortly by a basket by Patrick Spillane, son of, yes, you've guessed it. Granad hit the front early in the second quarter, Cathal Lynch with 2, and Knockmurrow would fight hard to defend that lead right up to half-time, where they would lead 20-17. And it would improve for the County Longford school straight after the restart. 6 unanswered scores, mainly from Keane Brady and Ronan Williams, and suddenly it was 33-19. Could Kenmare come back? They tried, but found the margin too wide. Spillane's late scores gave them hope, but the occasional Knockmurrow response would open up that lead again. Keane Brady top scored with 12. He was MVP. Glory for Granad in the final score of Knockmurrow Granad 46, Pobbleskull Inverskena Kenmare 30.
I have a group of very determined, ambitious players. They work very hard, they train hard all year. Every single one of them is a committed player and they never miss a training session, and they're very, very eager. They're a very talented group. I have 2 sets of brothers on the team. It's a family event and they really put it in. It's great.
That's fantastic. It seemed that you pulled away in the third quarter. Would you say that was the key to the win?
Yeah, they work very, very hard on defence. Our man-court press always forces a few turnovers, and once we get ahead anyway, the boys tend to pull away. So they're push on.
It bodes well, I'm sure, for under-19 and for the next few years.
Yeah, hopefully it'll promote basketball in the school. We've great sport here today, over 200 students, and we've got girls teams, everyone working very hard, so hopefully we'll be here again soon.
Mercy Mount Hawk of Tralee in white met Christ King of Cork in the Under-16 A Cup. A very tight first half, didn't produce too many scores, but there was plenty of quality possession from both sides. Christ King opened up a 5-point lead very quickly, stunning the Kerry school. Niamh Lynch was central to CKSS's play, and she netted some great early points for her school to finish the quarter 9-8 ahead. Late in the second quarter, Mercy's guard Orla Sheehy clawed back 2 points to go in at half-time, just 2 points behind. And the second half was just as tight. Early points were traded at the start of the final quarter, 24-20, before Jenny Fitzgerald composed herself from the free throw line to bring her school back to within touching distance of Christ King. With less than 4 minutes remaining, both teams are playing extremely well. However, CKSS rallied, and the final stages were all about the Cork team. Points from Heather Lynch, Kate Lenihan and Niamh Lynch secured an emphatic 35-21 success over their Kerry rivals.
I said to them before the game, it's such a special occasion. So many great players never get this opportunity to play in the national arena in the final, to enjoy it, and it's just wonderful for the kids. And hopefully keep them playing basketball for a long, long time.
Were you worried at any stage of the game, or were you confident?
I was a little frustrated that our two best players didn't score in the first half. They normally score in double figures, Kate Lanigan and Ciara Murray. So I was happy that we were, you know, in the game at that stage, and I was just waiting for that couple of moments when they'd open up, and it did. With 4 or 5 minutes to go, we just got a couple of baskets when the game got a little looser. Team Mount Hawk got their tactics right in keeping it a tight game, because the girls are quite skilled in the open court, and if you do let them run at you, they can punish you. So it was a tight, low-scoring game. So a little worried at times, but I felt we were a stronger team, really.
Coming up after the break, action from the Under-16 and Under-19 A Boys Cup finals, and your chance to win a supply of basketballs for your club courtesy of Moulton Sports.
Want to join in the fun and play basketball? There are currently 1,700 schools with 26,000 students and 229 clubs with 15,000 players taking part. So make sure to find your local school or club on the Basketball Ireland Club Finder.
Welcome back. Now on to the Under-16 and Under-19 A Boys finals. First up, it's St Malachy's Belfast against Ord Scoil Rathangan from Kildare. Will Downing commentates.
Super high octane final so far, and it's Ord Scoil Rathangan in the green who are making another break towards the basket with Ciara Murray, who's had an exceptional game so far, and he's added another 2 points to his tally. It's a 1-point game. St Malachy's of Belfast in the white, leading the way, coached by Phil Malloy and Adrian Fulton. Ord Scoil Rathangan by Nicola Nerney, Paddy O'Donovan and Catherine O'Sullivan. Foul just below the basket as St Malachy's look to charge again and increase their lead, double their lead they would from this. Adam Ryan, free throw. Lead by 2, good game he's had so far. Heading, if he's lucky, towards double figures, and he's managed to get double from the free throw line. Malachy's lead by 3. Rathangan trying to fight back. Sent forward again by the captain, Already Eastwood, trying to go all the way. Just gets the rebound up. This is Paul Morrison with the opportunity. So many green shirts around him. That's a very, very good score under big pressure from Jordan McCluskey. 6-point game it is. Ord Scoil Rathangan looking to fight back. It's been nip and tuck all the way, very close, and so it is up until the final quarter here. Comes out towards Jason Dempsey. Rebound for Ciara Murray. He's got another one. He's having an exceptional game, and if they win this cup, a lot of it will be down to him. Great teamwork throughout from both these brilliant sides who worked their way to the final. It's inside for James Byrne. He scored. It's a 1-point game. Rathangan almost there, knocking on the door. Phil Malloy with Adrian Fulton as his assistant. Malloy shouting the instructions out. Fulton happily sitting down for now, but he's the full coach of the under-19 side. Attempt for three was a good one, but they've got the rebound. Oren Eastwood for Malachis. Still holding a 1-point lead in this final quarter. Eastwood bringing it up, trying to go all the way. Good reception outside and in! Brilliant 2-point effort. It was a lengthy long-range shot, and it's in by Adam Ryan. It's a 3-point game. Malachis are just about holding on. They've just been edging it throughout, but only ever by a point or two. Eastwood plays it in, and Adam Ryan is found again, and it's in for Jordan McCluskey, who scores it. 5 points between them. Shane Maughan sends it in towards the paint, and that's another good score. And a marvellous game being enjoyed by Kieran Maher here. It's down to 3. Malachis pressing yet again. This is Adam Ryan. Out for Oren Eastwood. Eastwood bring it inside into the paint. Can he go all the way? Thank you very much, Mr. Eastwood. 5-point lead for St. Malachis now. They're just about doing enough to hang on inside the closing minute. Malachis lead by 3. Adam Ryan in space, but Oren Eastwood wants to bring it on all the way, and he almost did. Rebound claimed by Jordan McCluskey. 5-point game. Malachis holding on. 5 seconds to go. Rathangan need a 3-pointer and a little bit more, and they'll go for it there. But it didn't go in from Kieran Maher, and St. Malachis have won the Under-16 A Boys title. A fantastic decider. Well, what a performance. And what a final. And I'd Skull Rathangan's part in that cannot be underplayed. They came so close. But it's a 5-point winning margin. Oren Eastwood receives the Under-16 A Boys Cup, and they are the champions after a truly tremendous and thrilling final.
So what was it like, I suppose, come out on top of a really tight game like that tonight?
Nerves were shattered down the stretch there, but we came down. We sort of believed in ourselves the whole time, believed we could make shots, and like our defence proved sort of at the end, they carried us home, sort of shut them down a bit. So it's nervy, but at least we got away with it.
It's good to go home with a bit of silverware.
Definitely, yeah. It's always good to come back to school, to support here, and like the school's always big into basketball, so there'll be a big celebration back now in Belfast when we go back and sort of try and get the league one as well.
Very good final so far in the Under-19 A Boys, and St. Malachis just about holding their own. 15 points up. They're in the green against Temple Oak College from Dublin in the navy, and that'll be another 2 points for them from Joe O'Boyle. Scoring's been very well distributed throughout the final so far, and Temple Oak have found themselves somewhat beleaguered as they trail by 17 as we approach half-time. Joe O'Boyle found by Aidan Quinn again, went for the 3, didn't get it, but the rebound's going home. No problem at all for Martin Bell. 20-point advantage, and Temple Oak just haven't got out of bed the right way this morning. Joe O'Boyle has got another 2 in, and Malachis lead by 22. More offensive play, but there's a turnover, a rare turnover. Boylick Morrison, well, they'll want to fight back here, and that's a good score, makes it a 20-point game. They're beginning to put a bit of pressure on Malachis, which is required, but Malachis turning it on when needed. And maybe on the floor, but Conor Quinn is in for an absolute beauty. And doesn't their coach Adrian Fulton love that? Rebound claimed by Anton McDonald, and that will bounce in. Back to a 20-point game again. Temple Oak have a bit of life. They're trying to put extra life in this final. Boylick Morrison managed to regather support from Anton McDonald, and there's a chance of a 3-point play here. And a tremendous score by Sean Flood. Fight back is on. Down to a 9-point game. Malachis with Conor Quinn, and there's the turnover. Now Temple Oak charging back into this final. Sean Flood has scored. We're down to 7. Fight back is well on. Flood taking it easy. Support from Here from David Nolan, and now it's Anton McDonald with the effort. Down to 1 point. What a fight back by Templeogue. The second half very much theirs when Malachy's dominated the first, leading at one stage by 23. We're down to a solitary point, and Templeogue will take the lead. Here's Shirley Keane McKean. He's not it. Templeogue are in front in the third quarter. Nip and tuck all the way. 3-point shot. Rebounds out. Aaron Goulding to bring it away, and this is Aidan Quinn, and Quinn going all the way, and Malachy's leading again by 2. And the brothers combining very well today, Aidan Quinn and the captain Conor Quinn. This is Braylon Morrison, who helped inspire the fight back in the second quarter, but it's picked up by Aidan Quinn here. Comes out wide, Conor Quinn back inside the paint again, and the shot eventually drops down from Liam Pettigrew, and Malachy's lead by 5 against Templeogue. Timeout called. To McDonald, short for Waylett Morrison. Templeogue only 5 points down in this final quarter inside the paint. Is that going in? It is from Anton McDonald. Lovely score. Templeogue down by 3 now. Malachy's can take nothing for granted here. Rebound claimed. Good play by Conor Quinn. Comes all the way out. Great cross-court pass. And it's with Liam Pettigrew, and it's in. And it's an 8-point game again, and Malachy's lead well. Joe O'Boyle heavily involved in that play. Malachy's breaking out. And the foul on Aidan Quinn. He's had a super game. Malachy's across the board have as well. Great recovery from Templeogue too, having been so far down. Aidan Quinn has missed the first from the free throw line. But the second might just set the seal on it. Malachy's leading by 9, and it's just a case now of running down the clock. Aidan Quinn, superb. Conor also. Templeogue played a big part themselves in fighting back in the second and third quarters. But St. Malachy's coached by Adrian Fulton and Phil Malloy received the Under-19 A Boys Cup. Well done, Conor Quinn, captain and MVP.
How much character did you have to pull out coming down the stretch just to come out with a win there?
We got tired, like it was tough. Week, felt real weak, but we knew we could pull through when he got off to a bad start, but he knocked big free throws down. It was great, like, so we knew as soon as he was making them, and everyone believed we could win, so we were fine after that. Their guards were very good at upsetting us. Morrison, I think, was very, very tricky to play against. He liked to get steals, he liked to play up on us, and he sort of upset our offense, and we just adjusted, and we made him play the 1, and I played the 2, and then from them we just sort of put like good character and we're able to close the game.
This month's competition comes to you courtesy of Moulton Sports and gives you the chance to win a supply of basketballs for your club. All you have to do to be in with the chance of winning is like Basketball Ireland's Facebook page by February 28th. And congratulations to last month's winner Brian Chambers from Sligo, who won 2 tickets to an up-and-coming event at the Aviva Stadium, courtesy of Red Corner Money. For all the latest information from Super League to schools basketball and everything in between, make sure to bookmark Basketball Ireland's website, www.basketballireland.ie, your go-to guide for the season. For the chance to win exclusive prizes throughout the season while getting the latest news from basketball around the country, remember to follow the official Basketball Ireland Twitter account @BBallIRL and like the Facebook page www.facebook.com/BBIreland.
Thanks for watching this edition of Irish Basketball Monthly. Tune in on March 3rd for the next episode.